Jackson Bird was taunted by the Barmy Army on a bruising day 3 of the fourth Ashes Test when Jimmy Anderson's pre-test assertion that Australia lacked bowling depth was given merit. The absence of spearhead Mitchell Starc was felt as England, led by Alastair Cook's unbeaten double century and an unlikely century stand with Stuart Broad, were able to leap to 9-491, enjoying a 164-run lead by stumps. Australia's immediate concern will be batting for survival on Friday, with hopes of a series whitewash on the back burner. Where the English tail had generally capitulated through this series, with Starc's left arm variation, swing, pace and bounce creating trouble, the Australians were unable to repeat the dose on a sluggish MCG deck. For only the second time this summer, the tourists were able to add more than 100 after being 5 wickets down, having lost 6-35 and 5-46 in Perth when the Ashes were seeded. Starc was described by former Australian captain Michael Clarke as a full strike weapon because of the skills he provides, something Bird, his replacement in this test, does not boast. Bird, in his first test for a year and given the new ball, was wicketless while conceding 108 runs. His pace regularly dropped below 130 km/h and he was taunted by the Barmy Army, who chanted, "He bowls to the left, he bowls to the right, that Jackson Bird is bowling shite." His troubles meant it was left to Josh Hazlewood, Pat Cummins and Nathan Lyon to strike. The Australians had had little trouble taking 20 wickets in Brisbane, Adelaide and Perth but had yet to end England's first innings on Thursday despite 144 overs being bowled. Australian coach Darren Lehmann said Starc was always difficult to replace. "We would have liked a little bit more bounce in the track, probably, if we were perfectly honest. I think both sides would have," he said. "The wicket is pretty good. The wicket doest break up here, so it's going to be good for 5 days. But Mitchell Starc is, obviously, a big loss but, hopefully, he will be right for Sydney." Cook said Starc's variation had been missed by the Australians. Starc, who had a series-high 19 wickets after 3 tests, remains in doubt for next week's final test at the SCG because of a bruised heel, with selectors expected to debate recalling left-arm spinner Steve O'Keefe. He could be a straight swap for Bird, with Starc expected to be fully fit for the opening test in South Africa on March the 1st. Bird, having toured India and Bangladesh, could find himself under pressure to retain his spot in the squad for the African tour if he does not have an impact in the second innings here. Lehmann said Bird had bowled well in patches. "I thought he bowled good spells at times and a bit wayward at other times. That's the pressure when coming back into a game and trying to get wickets. Then other occasions he was very good," he said. "It's always tough to get wickets on those types of tracks and you have got to have some airspeed and control. He will be better for the run." Australia had hoped James Pattinson would have been fit this summer but ongoing back problems, this time resulting in surgery, have ended that plan. Nathan Coulter-Nile is also on the comeback from back problems and would have under serious Ashes consideration had he been fit.